Rick, a teenager who definitely shouldn't have this much trauma before even getting his driver's license, comes home and finds his mom Lucy passed out on the couch. A great start to the day. On the floor, a bunch of scattered letters reveal that Lucy tried to take her own life after discovering the lovely affair between her son and her best friend, Miss Bender. In shock, Rick does the only adult thing anyone in that house seems capable of. He takes Lucy to the hospital. While trying to figure out how his life turned into a lost episode of Jerry Springer, Rick remembers how it all began. Lucy, his mother, was a chronic alcoholic who could barely remember she had kids. His father, Joseph, wasn't any better. He was always gone and ignored every possible responsibility. Rick also had a sister, Kristen, who worked at a club, probably the only place in the family where someone managed to have any structure, even if it was questionable structure. Amid all this family chaos, Rick had a hopeless crush on Mina, a girl from school he never had the courage to say 2 words to. And of course, because his life clearly wasn't complicated enough, he decides to visit Jimmy, the owner of a club and his sister's boss. Jimmy asks Rick to call one of the dancers, but she'd rather seduce him than work, because why not, right? Not knowing where else to go, Rick heads to his friend Billy's house. There he finds Miss Bender, Billy's mom, who kindly sends her own son away to grab some things. The result? She hits on Rick, he goes along with it, and boom! A relationship so wrong it makes American Pie look like classic romance. The next day at school, Rick and Billy talk about Rick finally building up the courage to talk to Mina when Carlos shows up and proposes a bet. If Rick can make Mina his girlfriend, he gets $1,000. If he fails, he owes $1,000. And by the way, Carlos is the son of a gangster. Nothing says healthy romance like a death threat wrapped inside a love bet. To top off the madness, Rick starts seeing Santa Lola, his motivational imaginary friend. Yep, the kid needed emotional support so badly that even his hallucination had to be wiser than his parents. Excited, Rick finds out Mina broke up with her boyfriend and invites her to a funeral for a teacher who died in the middle of class. Romantic? No. Effective? Shockingly, yes. At the funeral, Lucy's car gets hit by the church priest, who casually apologizes and offers to pay for the repair. That inspires Rick to use the car the next day to impress Mina at a Josh Groban concert for which he pretends to have tickets. Of course, he has nothing, so he runs to Jimmy, who promises to help, and then completely scams him. From there, everything goes straight downhill. Rick gets arrested when a mechanic, who is supposed to be fixing his mom's car, shows up dead inside the vehicle. The priest sends a lawyer to defend him, and during the interrogation, Rick blames his own father, because why not pour even more gasoline on the fire? After that, Rick tries to organize a party functioning as a temporary club to make money and pay Carlos. Nothing could go wrong, except absolutely everything. At the peak of the chaos, Mina shows up and discovers both the affair with Miss Bender and the bet with Carlos. She's devastated. Rick tries to explain. The police storm the house and arrest everyone except him, obviously. Mina also gets taken in, which finally makes Rick realize that maybe he needs to start acting like someone who thinks for at least 2 seconds before doing anything. Back in the present, Rick visits Lucy in the hospital. In a rare moment of sobriety and motherly wisdom, she advises him to own up to his mistakes. Inspired, Rick tries to put his life back together. He asks the lawyer for help, gets Mina and everyone else released from jail, hands his mom divorce papers, and finally finds Mina working at the hospital. There, he apologizes for everything and confesses his feelings. And somehow, unbelievably, Mina still likes him. The two kiss, an ending more miraculous than many Christmas movies. This movie was inspired by the book While I'm Dead, Feed the Dog, which was much darker than the film version. Yes, this could have been even heavier. Now tell me, if you could change only one decision Rick makes in behaving badly, which one would it be and why? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to support me, and be sure to check out our latest video. Just click the card on the screen. I'll see you there.